Hi there, today we're going to be installing the soft close mechanism. This is the twin mechanism which gives you soft close and soft open. The activator is what engages the soft close mechanism. There's a slot inside the track that this activator will push up into. Once in, you can slide it to the back of the track. Next, we're going to put in the back carriage through the notch in the track and slide that to the back. The twin mechanism has two hooks. You want to make sure it's loaded on both sides before putting into the track. Insert the mechanism in through the notch and let it dangle. Next, put in your front carriage. And hook it up to the carriage. Once in place, put your front activator in. There are 4 set screws that tighten the activator in place. To test the soft close mechanism before putting the door in, you can slide it from side to side and it should soft close. If you have to remove the mechanism for whatever reason and the activators are still in the track, before putting it back in, make sure the hooks are loaded on both sides. When you put it back in, make sure that you connect the mechanism to the carriage when it is past the front activator. So the front activator is here. You don't want to connect it here. You want to connect it past the activator. There's adjustability in the carriage to raise the door up in height. This is done by winding the hanger bolt clockwise. If your hanger bolt is hitting the activator, you need to wind it counterclockwise until it misses. To set the activator position, we're going to use the adjusting tube. First, you want to loosen your activator so it can move freely. You then want to push it towards the middle of the opening. When we close the door, the hook on the mechanism is going to move the activator. Place the adjusting tube on the door and slowly bring it towards the jamb. Once you hit the jamb, move the door away and tighten the activator in place by doing up the 4 set screws. When you close your door, you want to make sure it soft closes and hits the jamb. To set your back activator, you're going to do the same as the front. You're going to loosen the activator and slide it towards the middle. You're then going to place the adjusting tube on the back of the door and slowly move it towards the back stud. Once it hits the back stud, move the door and tighten the activator in place. This will now give you soft close. You want to make sure it soft closes and hits the back stud. Make sure you set the back activator before you put the drywall on. You won't have access to that activator once the job is finished. If you set the activator too far back from the closing jamb, the door won't make it all the way and you risk breaking the hook on the mechanism. That's why it's very important you use the adjusting tube when setting the soft close activator. If you set the activator too close to the strike jamb, the door isn't going to soft close and likely slam. If you don't have a strike jamb or back jamb for the door to stop on, for example, a biparting system where two doors meet in the middle, you will need to use a track stop, which looks like this. This track stop can slide along the track into any position, and it hits on this black plastic part of this mount plate. So the door slides along, hits on the track stop, and comes to a stop. The track stop will insert through the notch and slide into place. I don't have a biparting set up, and I have a closing jam, so I'm just going to set it in any position to show you how it works. Same as I've previously shown you, you're going to move the activator towards the middle of the opening. However, we can't use the red tube because it is too big. Instead, I've cut a piece of wood the same length. You're going to insert the piece of wood so it's hard up against the black plastic piece on the mount plate, and then you're going to slowly close the door. You'll hear the activator moving as you close the door, and you want to hit the door on the rubber part of the track stop. You can then move the door away and remove the wooden piece and tighten the activator in place. When you close the door, you want to make sure that the black plastic piece on the mount plate is hitting the track stop. Be careful to allow some clearance between your finishing jam and the edge of the door. If it is too tight, the door can rub on the finishing jam, and this impacts the soft close. When machining the groove in the bottom of the door, make sure it is wide enough, dead straight, and in the middle of the door. If it's not, it can also cause rubbing, which impacts the soft close mechanism.